The clarion call has sounded. The curtain rises. Say goodbye to yourself and embrace the unknown. As I don the many masks of this tale, I challenge you to fully immerse in the story, the mystery, and the terror. Live the fears and hopes, and let your mind wander through the shadows. Uncover the secrets that lie beneath, for the only certainty is the mask you wear. Embrace the transformation, commit to the journey, and let the masks of Nyarlathotep reveal its truths to you. Beginning of last session was headed to Miles Shipley's.
Beginning of last session,
we were there.
We got attacked.
Yeah, we were there. I was already in the painting.
Perfect. So
half in the painting.
Yeah,
great.
She was getting scooped in, and we were getting attacked.
Yeah.
So not much to recap there. Basically, you
We killed Bertha.
You killed Bertha, Shathasa, the serpent person, serpent man, woman, serpent.
Fucking.
Oh,
fucking
yeah, and then we went down to the basement. We slashed paintings, went down to the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he found the severed head.
Right.
With a lot of makeup. Like a lady of the night.
The lady of the night in the stone bathtub, correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goddamn harlots.
Right?
And I have someone made a badass Cthulhu Mythos roll that just so happened to pass. I remember. Yeah, okay, it was you. So you got all. You figured out that the stuff in the syringe was called plutonian drug, and it basically sends your mind through time, kind of deal. And y'all weren't able to take all of the things because your bag is not an infinite bag of holding or anything. But you grabbed as what you could, and you have ingredients to make 2 gallons of this drug. You have, in addition, with some Black Lotus, and you have that box with the syringe and like it got a little mark of where they've been filling it up. So, yeah, and a bottle. Yeah. And then you burnt the house down, if I remember right.
We did.
Yep.
And
we escaped.
Made a
we
run
drove
for
away.
it. And you know, when I went to bed that night, I had reminiscings of the time in Delta Green. For some reason, it synced up with our Delta Green mission where the baby was in the crib with like the thing, and for some reason,
the
like
creepy baby.
Yeah, this synced up exactly where you like ran out, you know, lit it on fire, and you just didn't run.
Didn't I hit somebody with a car?
Yeah, you ran him over on the way out, but you know.
Look, he was infected and deserved it.
The infected be purged.
Yeah.
This was before COVID.
I kind of want to find the art and send it to Michelle and be like, "This is what we fucking dealt with."
I'll try to find it on the side.
It was creepy as fuck. Like I don't want to open my phone and see that when we start texting again. Yeah. There were some bad ones that time.
Oh yeah, it's under. Good. I remember the name of the thing. Cute baby. There you go.
Cute baby. Yeah. Oh god.
Oh gosh, no.
Telling ya, it's bad.
Is that one of the like official arts from what's his face?
That is that is Dennis Detweiler official oil painting special there.
There it is. Yeah. It's just creepy as fuck.
He's a
No thanks.
he's a real Miles Shipley.
He is a real Miles Shipley. That is what a great segue there.
Fucking channeling the creepy shit.
You know, he's
So it's like Geiger, right, Mike?
Yeah, like our boy H.R. Geiger.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not as phallic.
I believe Dennis also did some MGT card art, some Magic the Gathering stuff. So I think that's where he got his start. I'm not sure though.
But they're creepy too.
Ashley spends multiple nights a week playing Magic the Gathering with her family, and I absolutely love it.
Nice.
So I believe the only person that got hurt was Mr. Declan. Got a little ouchie.
Very badly, apparently.
It was on your arm. I remember the claw slash you.
Yep.
Haven't taken care of it. 'Cause remember, you on the run. You guys get back to the hotel, and I believe we ended. That was it. Back to the hotel, done.
I think so.
We haven't even had a chance to patch you up or anything like that. Okay. So that's that. It's raining. It is. Oh my gosh, my timeline. When we spend multiple sessions on one day, I lose.
One day.
Without writing it down, I lose it. But I believe this is the third session on this day, and I still think it's early, right? Like it's not.
I believe we went there in the evening.
In the
We went there
evening.
in the evening,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Okay.
Either at afternoon at the earliest.
All right. Well, we'll say it's the evening, then that just,
I think,
you know.
yeah, because in my head, we had, like, we went over there, and then we were going to, like, we anticipated it being short and not, you know,
Well, 'cause
unfortunate.
We went to the scoop first, and
Right.
then we went over to their house. So yeah.
But that's what I was getting at, is
That's right.
We had planned to, like, just drop in and
Yeah.
drop over to the Popo after.
All right, so you guys are back in the hotel room. It is the evening.
I imagine we are recuperating.
I'm just gonna leave it to y'all because I don't know. Y'all have a lot to talk about. You know, plans.
I'm gonna go look
first
at my
aid.
painting.
Okay.
I can first aid Declan, see if I can help him out.
All right. Roll for that. Abigail, you go over to your painting. It's still you have it on the wall, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, in the hotel, yeah, that's right, because I pulled one down and put it up.
Yeah, it's your suite.
Yep.
All right.
I punched up real good.
Declan gets 1 point of healing. You can do a medicine check within the next hour. So you can get if you have medicine to roll. You go up to your painting, Abigail, and what are you doing? You just wanted to go take a look at it, or
because of what happened, I wanted to see if like I actually would I get sucked into it. Like I know I like, you know, put blood on it, but I want to like, do I go through it?
Yeah, of course. So you take your hand and you just kind of place it up against. And
Can I like spot hidden to see if I saw her beelining or something?
Sure. I don't even think you need to spot hidden if you were keeping an eye on her. I think that's fair. Unless she's in a room.
About it, yeah.
Well, for a potential series of events action, I will notice that she's going over there, and as soon as her arm starts to reach up, I'm probably mid-flight to head over there, pending what the fuck is going on.
Understood. Yeah. Good idea. Good idea.
Please continue, but I just wanted to get that in the point of order.
Of course. You place your hand on the painting, and you feel like the coarse canvas and the oils that kind of slick underneath your fingertips. And you don't feel any give or anything like that. And you're like, yeah, I'm definitely not going into that. Roll me a... Do you want to go into that?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't like something you were seeking intentionally.
No, it was to see if it was the same under the same kind of
magic gate spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Like I knew it had some, obviously, but like, is it the same now that it's morphed? Like, is the flower gonna open and then it's gonna suck me in? I don't know. Like,
right. Okay. So you're putting your hand up against there, and all these thoughts are running through your head, and you're just kind of feeling it, and you're like, oh, this is such a beautiful flower. You're like, it's not like what the other ones were. Obviously, you're not getting pulled in, and as you're just kind of like feeling around, you know, however you do with your hand, you feel like something from the other side kind of like, you know, moves with your hand like this. And you hear in your mind a voice that sounds very similar to yours, what you would expect your own voice to sound like. And it says, I'll always be here for you.
Sorry.
hi.
I thought you might be getting vacuumed up again. Sorry. Excuse me.
No, good.
Okay.
Just feeling the, the
You're
oils
feeling
on
up the painting, yes.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Got it.
That shook me of it, so that probably shook my hand away. So I will circle back to that later. I might
come in
use
with the bandage. Like, what are y'all yelling about? Hello?
Well,
They just ran into me.
she made a beeline for a painting.
I
I
went
was
to go
worried she
look at
was
it.
going for another dip.
I am sorry. What just happened over there? I wanted to make sure mine wouldn't do that. Thank you very much.
And I
like
wanted
this
to make
painting,
sure
and I didn't
that
want you to slash it. Leave it alone.
I wanted to make sure that you didn't
touch
go
it.
all the way into this one.
I mean, I appreciate that, but I was checking to make sure I didn't as well.
I'm feeling a bit defensive of your painting.
You just ran into me for no reason.
Out of extreme caution, I'm sorry.
You could have tapped me on the shoulder.
That wouldn't
Anyway.
have done much good if half of
Declan,
your
how are
body
you
was
feeling?
inside the painting again.
Declan, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty hurting a little bit. Iris did great. I hold my somewhat
I'm gonna go-
nicely bandaged arm
I'm
up.
gonna go to my secret stash and get him the good whiskey.
I downed the stuff that I've already stolen from the wet bar that I don't know how much it cost. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Doesn't matter.
Nice.
Pulls out some like
Remember, it is.
50-year-old scotch.
Remember, it is the 20s. We are in Well, no, we're in London. Never
Not
mind.
here. Yeah.
We're in London. Never mind.
The spice must flow in London.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I give him the good shit. And be like, you've done so much for us. You've gotten hurt so much. You deserve
I'm a
all of
walking
this.
punching bag. Yep. I sip it like, all right, so what are we doing next?
I love that. I love that. He's always the one that gets fucked up, and he's just already got a wound, and you just give him some whiskey. He's like, "What are we doing next?" This is
I'm
in
ready
the
to go,
blood.
baby. do you think
Well,
Nolan got
I
it
figured
He needs to
perhaps.
sleep. My
Well-
adrenaline is wearing off, and I'm ready for bed.
Didn't figure we needed to go straight over to Scotland Yard
No.
with smelling of blood, gunpowder, booze, and perhaps fire.
Some pyrotechnics, yes.
Thought we might
you made
freshen up
Molotovs, right?
before that visit.
You made Molotovs,
yeah.
right? Michelle? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh yeah.
That's right, because you lit one and you're like, what are we doing?
Here we go.
I mean that. I'm down to get a little bit of sleep. That works. And then
Yeah, everybody clean up, freshen up. We'll go in the morning. Well, would it be better to go tonight so that we're not waiting the day to go tomorrow, or
As you're thinking that, you're, kind of like, what do I wear? And you're just like, this pungent smell of burning. Probably not the best thing. to burn.
everybody needs to change and wash up before you go anywhere else.
I think it's time for dinner.
Would you like me to have it brought
Sprucing
up? Would you like me to
Um,
have it brought up?
I'll follow your lead, my lady.
Well, it's either that or we all get gustied up and we go down to I was gonna say the local pub, but no, like go down to the restaurant downstairs.
I don't think your family spends a lot of time at the pubs.
No, that's why I
Go,
renewed what
go
I
to
was saying.
the private affair, private tavern.
I'm just gonna call downstairs and have food brought up.
All right.
Yeah, I don't feel up for
works for me.
going downstairs. Did for the vision juice or whatever, was that like drank or injected by? Okay.
The syringe and the
The
lacquered
syringe.
box. Yes.
Was that all of it? Like, sorry. When you said that we could make like 2 gallons of it, was that it? Like 2 gallons of injectables?
Ingredients. to
You
make
have
it?
dry ingredients
Yeah.
and like various ingredients that can make up to 2 gallons of injectable, and you only need like 1 cc
Yeah.
of injectable ingredient.
Let's inject everybody in the fucking UK. Like,
and you already
okay.
have a small vial of it anyways that's got
Yeah.
like several doses. So, yeah.
So we don't, not that we needed to make it anyway, but it's not something we need to do right now.
Yeah, right. Did Abigail get injected with it? Is that what happened? Or how do we know
She
that this does-
succeeded in her Cthulhu mythos,
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
like with
Yeah,
a double hard
those-
success or something. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
insane.
that those were the ingredients for it.
okay.
Which I don't know. I guess there's probably like a footnote in her calfskin creepy book, right? Like
Maybe.
Mhm.
Or I
Mhm.
saw something from beyond the veil. I don't know.
some like
Yeah.
baby skin
Witchcraft.
vellum paper was stuffed in the back of the tome. Like
You know what would have been a good GM would have done is used Eleanor, right? That's her name.
Ethel.
Mm.
Ethel, yeah. That's my neighbor. Ethel to
Eleanor's your neighbor.
yeah. Ethel to like appear as like an apparition, right, and just like point out the jars. Yeah.
Good thing you're a great GM instead of a good GM.
Yes. Oh,
See, I just got done watching Agatha All Along.
it's so good.
Dude, it's so good. And it was like,
The witches.
that's where I was thinking, like, beyond the veil, you see these things. Like,
Mhm.
through the
That's-
painting.
that is very mythosy.
Framework.
Your cauliflower au gratin comes up with your ducklings and your Scotch salmon steaks and I don't know, cream of tomato, whatever else you guys got.
Don't
And
forget the
a
Scotch eggs.
single burger for me. 'Cause I'm like,
Yeah. I make sure.
A
I
pate
make sure there's a
maison.
burger for Declan.
let's go.
I feel like they just brought up the normal, and you had to be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
listen."
No, I would have told them on the phone when I called down.
It has
Make sure there's something simple.
the bun is like baguette cut in half and
Yeah.
like cut on the end.
I'm like, hey, you know what? This is,
Yeah.
And
this
like,
is not
It's a
bad.
bit hard.
Trying to
It's
be
a bit
positive.
hard.
And an olive in the top. Wait, did we do this already? It's like an olive on a, yeah, I think we did this already. Yeah. Well,
All right, so for our next party, we're making something and I'm putting olives on the top.
yeah,
Even though nobody will probably eat them.
no,
Doesn't matter.
that's for Mike.
burger, baguette, and beans.
Ew. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys get your food and drinks or whatever and chilling out with each other.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna assume that we're all just gonna like rotate getting cleaned up and showered and whatnot and
Yep, it works.
Sounds good. All right.
I pull out some like powder or something. I'm like, nah, see, this will
No.
cover up the smell.
well what I'll do is I'll take our clothes and get them together and make sure that they get cleaned by the housekeeping
Yes, well,
people.
before you do that, I'm going to put this stuff on that makes them smell a bit less like death and smoke.
Okay, well that's fair. Well, that's when we tell them that we went by someone who is smoking meat in the
The Gentleman's
market.
Club.
While y'all are
Gentleman's Club.
arguing
There you
over,
go.
over
You
the
guys went to the
clothes,
Gentleman's Club.
I'm asleep in the
Exactly.
chair with half a burger next to me and like holding my glass of whiskey, just snoring.
I love it.
I'm all tuckered out.
Do the medicine.
I imagine you're like
someone
full
get these
pass
clothes
out
off
mode,
of him.
but that hand with the glass is just
Oh, it's
perfectly
tight.
still,
Oh, yeah.
like, on the
Yeah.
arm of the chair or whatever, like rock solid.
I love how like those old fashioned chairs like that have been used for 50 years by that guy like literally have that indentation where that whiskey or scotch glass went. Yeah.
It's like flat, and then you have a flat circle.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Slight depression.
Cool. You guys do that. Get the stuff sent down to housekeeping to take care of. They'll get it back to you tomorrow. Or I guess if you paid a little tippy, I can get it back to you in the middle of the night. Anybody doing anything that we or me need to know about? Otherwise, we will go bed and wake up.
After everybody goes to bed, that's when I'm gonna go do my thing.
Okay, so that's why I asked. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know we already recapped, but essentially in the basement, the ingredients for the alchemical matters was really all that was down there, right?
Yep.
Like that's ultimately all we found in the basement. Yeah. So there's nothing really to go over. So
no texts, no books.
He right. Declan passes out. I make sure he's chill. Siphon out a little of his whiskey. I go. I don't know. I probably spend a little longer than usual, just kind of sitting on the balcony in the cold, smoking a pipe, like just coming down from the insanity.
Oh yeah. What? Adding to the smoke smell.
Yeah.
Natural.
Yeah. Well, but of course I'm wearing my smoking jacket.
The smoking.
Of course it smells like smoke.
I never put that together. That's what those are for. Now I get
presume that's what it's for. I never, not educated.
I always thought it was just a fashion thing, but maybe that too.
Yeah. One of the robes I have was my grandmother's smoking robe. She didn't have a smoking jacket. She had a smoking robe that she always wore. When she would go outside and smoke in the morning?
Dark green with little flowers on it.
Close. Very fucking close.
I can feel it right now.
It's that big, like, fuzzy one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as I'm getting ready to retire, I first stop at Abigail and listen. Are you all right? Sure, that was exciting, even for us.
I'm okay.
All right.
I have many, many ideas and thoughts and questions, but I'm okay.
Well, look, I feel that we're a bit lucky in that, Iris didn't get sucked into being, the fifth face on her creepy mask. So if you're gonna do anything particularly questionable with your ideas and questions, just at least get one of us so we don't find you half dead and or half in a painting in the morning. All right?
I will
do us that favor.
I will do my best to not do anything out of the ordinary.
Well, again, just take a buddy, take a friend with you.
Buddy system.
Chat.
I don't like the buddy system, but okay.
I said we'll probably stay up and chat.
Yeah. You and I will probably say yeah.
If you're not in there in the immediate vicinity when I say that all to her, I sort of, pop over to you, meet eyes, and I go to bed.
I'll say, go on.
I obviously wait for you to get engrossed in your painting again before I'm like.
I like that all this stuff's going on, and I'm just a fixture in the sitting room, just snoring, just still holding there while everyone's walking.
Cigar
around.
burning down.
No, if you were
The
still
alarm
passed
clock
out,
is working.
I would have made sure to put the cigars out. No.
All right. Hey, Michelle.
Whilst I siphoned off some of his whiskey, I snipped the end of the cigar off for him so that he's ready to.
Whiskey?
I said that a minute ago.
I mean, I didn't think you meant out of the glass. I thought you meant out of the bottle.
I don't want that extremely expensive whiskey to go to waste if he were to.
Oh, it wouldn't. He'd wake up and drink it.
Have a little
That's
PTSD.
fine.
If he were to have a little PTSD moment and throw a glass,
Or whiskey.
I just took it from half down to like a quarter.
That's
You can't let good drink go to waste.
Yeah. Anyway, you go to bed. She and I stay up and talk. Cool.
I get in there and I do the ritual where I put on my bedclothes and go to sleep.
Do you have pajamas?
my bad.
Of course.
Okay, perfect. Silk pajamas for Vincent.
Naturally.
Declan, does anybody help Declan or just leave him on the chair? That's fine.
I think they would know to just leave me there.
I
I'm like,
think that's the right call.
perfectly content.
Like we said, we'll make sure that he's safe. There's nothing gonna burn him. He's fine. We move the food. Like it's all right.
All right, you got to leave the food in close proximity.
Oh, it's
I
in
left him
proximity.
with a little bit of booze, and we made sure that his cigar was no longer
Yes.
lit. He's good.
I'm vibing. I'm moisturized. I'm in my lane. We're good.
He's vibing into the chair, becoming one with the chair.
Okay. Anybody else have anything going on?
After me being the sidekick, I want to try to see if this juice will further my visions.
Oh, you're doing it!
Let's go.
Oh!
I want to try it out.
All right, I'm up with you.
Oh.
I am
And
up with you.
I was about to say, if you want to do it with me,
I
watch,
will be with you.
because I
Wait,
said I
you
would
mean
stay up
like
with that.
inject it with you?
Yeah, or if you just want to be in the room.
I'm
I'm gonna bring it up
I'm
to
gonna
you and
let
be like, hey, I want to do this.
gonna let you go first. I'm gonna let you
Oh.
go first. I'm gonna see what happens
All right.
and decide if I need to go get help.
All right. I was not prepared for this. Let me
I wasn't
while
either.
you guys yap, and I will get
Okay,
I'll get
so I'm
there.
gonna go get the mask. I'm gonna go. Wait, you like your visions with the mask?
What, you're doing
on?
the mask too?
I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I was just
okay.
gonna do this.
Just your visions. Just
Yeah.
your.
Because I
Okay.
was curious as to what you said of what it does, so I was like, well, this could definitely make me a better.
So that could help you like read my future, right? Like, yes. Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Fucking trouble.
Yes. I love it.
The boys. This is classic girls versus boys, by the way. The guys will kill themselves in like physical ways so easy without a question, and the girls are out there doing like secretive, like weird shit. That's just gonna.
It's all the mental shit, man.
It's mental shit. Yeah.
It's all the mental shit. Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm gonna wake up to a room with a half, dead Declan.
You
and
are on the
two-
couch with Declan on the chair. She and I are in the room. In the bedroom.
We have already confirmed that this is a multi-room suite. I am passed the fuck out of bed.
Sure. You're in the whatever.
All I was saying is I'm just gonna wake up to death and destruction.
She and I are in our own room, and you bring this up, and we're gonna do it.
I'm not in the middle of
I
it.
know you're not.
I'm not trying to be.
Let's do it.
All right. The girls are getting high.
I feel like you guys would
It's
like.
just vision juice.
No.
I feel like
when you're injecting something into you,
It's reverb.
you're getting high.
It's
Yeah,
reverb all
that's
over again.
I feel like you're like trying to sneak around the parents. Like you would start in the room with me, and like I would like snort and roll over, and then you'd be like you'd freeze and look, and I wouldn't wake up, and you'd go away and like go do it somewhere else.
Oh my God.
We gotta go, Iris. We gotta go.
No.
I will remind you. I believe that we have now confirmed that this had something Lotus related in it, right?
We have, yeah. The
Which
Black
is
Lotus
exactly
is a
what Reverb
component.
had in it.
I
So
know.
Let's go.
not
So
funny,
excited.
haha. It's
No,
Reverb.
I
It's
know.
literally lizard reverb.
Literally why I said that.
I'm
Alright.
excited.
Clarify.
All right, go.
All right, so let's go. Let's do this.
This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be awesome.
I
I
don't
thought
even
you would
know.
see
Deep question: do
I'm
you
gonna be
have
honest
your
with you
backup
guys.
character ready?
If you don't have it ready, we don't have to do that.
Oh no, this is the best part about playing TTRPGs. Right here.
I thought somebody would have seen that coming.
Okay.
I
So
kind of thought we would, but I didn't know if we would do it now or if we would do it later.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
not at this moment. A couple of days, maybe, but I'm here for it and I love it.
who's going first? I guess.
She is gonna go first, and then we're gonna see how it does and see how she can communicate after that. Yeah, see if it actually heightens her senses. Her
All right.
visions.
So it is. What do you guys think? 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock?
9.
9 o'clock? 9? Okay. Yeah. Post din din, washing. Yeah.
Dinner,
Okay.
changing, desmokifying, vibing, first aiding.
So you get the syringe out. Don't let me narrate. What do you do?
We're on the bed. We're chatting. I'm telling her how this would help me, and I think that we should try it out, and for her to kind of be my guide if something happens, then yeah. So just kind of relay that and look at it.
Here's
Please
what I
roll
want
it
to
out.
discuss. Here's what I want to discuss. There's a line on the syringe with how much to inject. Maybe we don't do the full amount.
No, I'm just gonna do a little bit.
Just a teeny little bit.
Wasn't that the amount of the other drug they gave him to control him?
No, you never found it was clear. Someone rolled for that, knew it would be a clear substance or something like that.
Okay.
And we didn't find any remnant of it.
It was what he was injected with to do the paintings, but not to do the mind control. That's what I wrote down. Anyway.
The clear was the mind control. This is what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah, the green one. The green one was for
Yes.
The one that we have
Mm-hmm.
is what we did. What he did the paintings with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, we're not going to do the full amount. We're going to do a tiny little bit. We're going to see what happens, and then we'll go from there.
Yep.
Yes.
I'll just put it inside of my arm.
1 cc is the dose. What do you do?
28 cc's.
28 cc's.
Yeah.
Half. No, I'll do half.
She just vibrates and disappears. Okay.
We do the whole fucking syringe. I don't know how big the syringe is, but we'll just
Zero
do-
dose.
10 cc's would be a full
No.
syringe.
Oh, man, yeah. Ooh.
I'll do
Okay.
half.
So, okay, that works for me. Roll me, and you're sticking it in the upper arm, doing it yourself, not getting a trip buddy or anything to do it for you. Just okay.
I'll make sure she doesn't inject, air into her.
See, you do have a trip buddy. Perfect.
Yeah.
To take the
I'm
syringe
gonna
from you as you go unconscious or whatever. Roll me. Do you have dice with you or anything? I can do it if not.
Yeah.
I do.
Roll me a d8. And roll me a d6. D8s are the ones I have the hardest time finding.
Is it me or is it Miche?
Is it that?
Oh, she's injecting it, so
That's a 10.
that's a 10. So it's the one that looks like
It's the
that,
diamond.
but it's like not as
Diamond.
It's
It's almost simoleon.
Why did I pick up my tiny one? Yes, let me pick up this one and show you what a D8 looks like. Yes.
I mean,
No,
that's
that's
another
another
D10. It's
Another
literally the diamond.
I don't have that one. I just have these two.
Oh,
Yeah.
we didn't give her a full set.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, it's okay.
Well, Amy's trip sitter. Please go
yeah,
ahead and
just do.
roll the D8. And then, do you have
Yeah,
one of
we-
these, Miche? The square regular dice?
No, just
Okay.
these two.
All right.
6. I have one picked up.
You say 6?
No, I was saying that was a D6, right?
Okay.
Are
D8
you
and a
asking?
D6. I need a D8 and a D6.
Okay. Where did it go? There it is. D8. D6. My little one is stuck. A 2 on the 8 and a
Okay.
6 on the 6.
She vibrates and disappears.
That is the
That's either,
Right?
that's
That is
either
a-
good or bad.
yeah. So you take 2 sand damage,
Yeah.
putting you at. I can't actually. Putting you at 74 sand.
Nah, it's nothing.
And a 6 on the 6. You say. You gain.
Yep.
Yep.
You gain 6 Cthulhu mythos.
Oh.
Yes!
Good roll.
Yes, that rolled really well.
Yeah,
That was
that's
really good.
Really,
Hell yeah.
really good. So that puts you at
Hell yeah.
20 Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a 1 in 5 on Cthulhu Mythos
Yep.
now?
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Sick.
Mine's at, I was gonna say mine's at 12.
This is so
crazy high.
unprecedented because you literally have a 74 sand. Someone with this mode,
Much
It's-
sand.
yeah.
And, oh my god.
To clarify,
See,
that
sure.
means she's now 6 away from her max sand, right?
she is 6 away from her max
Yeah.
sand.
That's nuts.
That's insane. I love it
Okay.
so much.
Now,
That is crazy.
did you have now whether I can meet your intentions or not
Mhm.
is a different story. But tell us what your intentions were with this.
Well, I wasn't like doing a reading or anything.
Yeah, no, so
Oh.
like if you're doing any kind of drug, you were going to have put yourself in some kind of mindset or intention for whatever you were about to do. Did you have an
Maybe.
intention to try to see something? Were you just trying to be calm? Did you have something
Maybe
in
it was-
mind? Yeah.
Maybe it was calm and maybe to try and see what's happening at home. Because I'm thinking about home. Or
Where's home?
Louisiana.
Okay.
New Orleans.
Dubai, you boy.
Grandma and my love interest.
Oh,
are
I love
there.
this. I love that you just said Louisiana. Okay. All right.
That's where I'm from.
Okay. You are
Oh shit. There's a bunch of fucking ghouls or some shit there,
Only-
right?
I'm glad that Chad picked up on that. You. Okay, so roll me a. I'll do it for you. Okay. For 1.5 hours, you are knocked out.
Okay.
You inject this
Okay.
into you.
Good thing it's bedtime.
You fall back
Right.
onto the bed.
You're knocked out, not sleeping.
Yeah, you fall back onto the bed, and your eyes just kind of roll back. Your eyelids are open. Your eyes roll back, and you can just see them shifting. And you see a familiar sight, the bayou, home, but it looks a little older. And you see graveyards that look much more kept than they were when you were there last, taken care of. And you see a white mansion, kind of like just a very fancy house, and the white columns, kind of your vision's kind of like passes through them. You pass through the door, and as soon as you pass through the door, you just smell this smell. What is that? It smells so visceral. You go through this hallway, nice wood fixtures. Push through some double doors. Goes into like a kitchen, and you see this body of some human eviscerated, laying on like a butcher block with their arms and legs flayed down and spilling off onto each side. Their chest has been ripped open. Their breast rib cage has been crunched open, and you can see the insides just kind of wiggling in some kind of weird mass there. And you see an elderly lady with like very nice hair put up, and some children, and there's like a family sitting there like they're at a dinner table, and you're watching them as your vision kind of goes around, and you see their smiles kind of widen and their mouths open as they just plunge their faces into this body and just start ripping the intestines and viscera and swallowing it down.
Jeez.
I'm gonna roll for you.
Oh boy.
You lose 5 sand
Damn.
On top of the other.
on
Okay.
top of the other. I'll do it in a second.
Which is almost at our daily.
That's
amortization.
okay.
You only took half a dose, so I think your vision ends there.
Okay.
This took an hour and a half.
Okay.
Do you wait the
Hour and a
full
half.
hour and a half, or do you inject
Me?
yourself, Abigail, yes.
I would see what she's doing. So what does she look like from my perspective?
Her eyes are rolled back in her head. Her eyelids are open. She's not shaking or anything.
She's being electrocuted like Home Alone.
Yeah,
They're eating my guts!
So because I don't have visions like she does. I don't, all of that. Like I probably wouldn't be amped to inject. Let's be honest. Like I would not be. I would be curious, but I'm also not like I'm not going to do it by myself. Like while she's like under hers, I don't think I would. I would wait until she's out or like at least able to communicate with me. After a while, I'd probably be sitting there like tapping on her, like Iris, Iris, like come on, where are you? Like, and then just.
So before
I would start getting a little concerned, especially with it being so long, and her visions don't usually take that long.
Okay, I had to make sure before what you were doing before I wrap things up. So as you are coming out of it, you hear it's like yep, there you go. You hear some like house music playing, and you could swear you're not able to see right. It's all just foggy, and you see
think it's demonic.
just like little like lights kind of just going around, and you're not able to tell what's going on. And you see up close to you, you can feel like there's like some feminine figure that comes up to you, and you can feel their hand on your face, and you see they have like short cropped blue hair, and they're just, you can feel they're like asking you something. Are you all right? Are you all right? And you wake up.
Don't you mean it was somebody that looked questionably like Declan was checking on her?
Hey, you were at the club that we were at in Delta Green. Congratulations. I almost died there too.
That's all I was thinking.
Yeah, that's another place I almost died. So
yeah, you almost died in multiple places in that one. That one was nuts.
That was really cool. I wonder what would house music sound like to someone in the 20s though? Like legit, would it just not be like this is demonic?
It's
like
pounding,
what is happening?
Anxiety,
overwhelming.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry, Iris.
So the vision went from the family to.
As you're waking up, you heard this.
As I'm waking up, I heard that.
You went from a family eating somebody to a rave to waking up.
And she has no earthly idea the concept of colorful lights.
Of a rave, yeah.
I
actually think the ghouls would be less upsetting, legitimately, because of your background. I think the ghouls, someone would be less upsetting than a rave.
But I didn't pull that out of my ass, right? There was some like great, crazy ghoul enclave in Louisiana, right?
You did not pull anything out of your ass, and that is exactly what I had in mind when she said Louisiana.
Okay, I was making sure.
We have not played that scenario yet.
You and I talked about all that like shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because it was like tangential to the like when we found out because with the book. It was the book about all the ghouls and like their heritages or whatever the fuck, and like the pure ghouls and crazy shit.
So when she wakes up, like how are you guys like animatedly talking? Is it enough to like wake me up? I'm not gonna know what happened, right? It's not like I can bust you, but are you like, oh my god, you're awake, or is it just do you feel normal? Like what's just for Mike's like how do you feel when you wake up? What are you doing?
I'd probably have a little bit of an exasperated sound in my voice just because I'd be like, oh my god, are you okay? And then I'd be like, oh shit, like, are you okay? Yeah, like I'd say it and then just.
I will say that the rave actually calmed me down after seeing the first part of it. And then that was just like, okay, I ended up there afterward, and then somebody touching my face and asking if I was okay. So I'm like confused. I'm like, I don't know. I saw this and then I saw this, and I'm not scared of this, but I want to do it again. But we have to be careful, kind of thing, is what I explained to you.
Yeah.
And you feel this like warmth within you too, like this afterglow effect.
I was gonna say,
What'd you say?
She peed herself. I got it.
No. No.
You feel this afterglow. There's a green,
Hour and a half.
sticky pea substance.
No, like you can feel like it's not like you're awake and cognizant, but it's not entirely out of your system. You know, like you move your head a little bit, and like maybe it takes a little bit longer to move. Yeah, than you know.
It's like she's on acid.
Yeah, but not like as debilitating for sure.
Yeah. But like vision one. Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, they're, like,
hangover from
traces,
Reverb to someone in the 20s would be absolutely mind-boggling. Like, that shit would be
Dude,
fucking wild.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
A
that's
rave
true.
for fucking LED color changing lights, fog machines, house music.
I guess that's a
The-
good point.
the
I didn't think about that.
clothing.
That's colors you would have never seen before, too.
Yeah, well, that's what I
And-
meant.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree
like
with that.
sounds you would
Like,
have never heard before.
Just the fucking
Yeah.
clothing.
yeah,
Like,
I didn't think
Yeah.
there's some girl that's got like tape on her tits dancing around in the
Right.
corner. Like,
I didn't know
legitimately
that's what
think
she
the-
looked like.
I think the gold
I've got a
would be less
picture
upsetting,
somewhere.
Honestly, like I think Iris watching like supernatural beings eat someone, she'd be like, "Yeah, I mean that tracks. I've seen
Yeah.
that before."
Yeah, right.
And then she sees like titty dancers with like blade music playing, and she's like, "What demonic hell is this?"
right. Seriously. Insanity.
yeah. Love it.
So,
I totally agree with you, Declan. Like, I feel like that would be way more of a mind fuck than some creepy shit.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair.
That was fucking worth it. Well done.
so
Good job.
Yay.
you come to. What do you tell Abigail? Do you tell her you need to do this? Do you tell her instructions? Do you quickly plunge the plunger in and stab it into her abdomen? What do you do?
No, I'm not gonna do that. We've built a trust.
All right. Well, okay.
Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You walk over to Declan and stab him with the needle.
Sleeping.
With the needle.
He's already asleep.
No.
Let's see what happens.
No.
No, I would just explain like
oh,
because I. Good.
you go. No, you finish, and then I will go. Sorry.
Because I did lose San, I will tell her it comes with consequences. Just to be careful, but it's cool.
It's cool. Okay.
Go at her own risk. I don't know. She might see something different than I did, but it's not.
Yeah.
My health is okay. I'm just.
Mentally feeling like an eggshell.
Mhm.
And that
So-
puts you in a bout of madness because of the sand that you lost.
The amount of
So,
sand, yeah.
After, yeah.
Oh.
So as you're kind of like telling
So,
her
like-
this, you're like,
Frantic.
yeah, everything starts to like really settle in. Maybe the high is kind of like, you know, dwindling, and it like reality is starting to settle in, and that it can be very heavy. So you're just like, you know, I don't, however
Yeah,
you want to respond to that.
like
Yeah.
a roller coaster of emotion. Like I was really calm and cool at the
Mhm.
beginning, and then now I'm just like overwhelmed, anxious, and I'll say, wait, maybe we should wait till
Well,
another time. Don't
It's-
maybe not tonight.
mechanically, it's because she lost 5 or more in one go, right?
Yep.
That's the trigger.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
She's
then
still
the,
under
the
her
daily
daily.
sanity, that's the same thing, but a different trigger.
That is a different thing and a different trigger. That is
Okay.
indefinite insanity, where you gain like Miss Abigail has a badness.
That's okay. So
Yeah.
so hitting the daily sand limit is a permanent insane
Oh.
condition of some kind.
Yep.
The 5 in one go, that's where you get the bout of madness,
Yep.
which is the term for a short version of one of those.
Basically, a couple rounds instead of indefinite.
I think it's explicitly to your however many minutes you choose it to be or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
I
Sorry.
think that's fair. In the situation, you probably just are like, you know, maybe you don't want to do this or something, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever you
yeah.
guys want to do.
little bit of paranoia.
Yeah. Paranoia. Maybe you're
I'll
afraid
be-
of
5 minutes
flashing lights.
paranoia. After seeing the early 1800s and the 2000s.
Yeah.
or the 90s. I don't know which it was.
Whichever.
Abigail, how do you respond?
I'm
gonna jump into a painting.
I'm like so flabbergasted at this point about what she's talking about that I'm just like, I mean, I don't see things like you see them. I don't know that it would work the same for me. Like, I'm not against trying it, but like, also I got sucked into a painting because of this shit. Like, I don't know if it would affect me differently. I mean, it's like 10 now at this point. So I'm like,
something like that.
I mean, all of that took over an hour for you to like go through that like 3 minutes of vision. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Would you stay up for that? Like, I don't. How are you feeling? Are you like?
I don't know. I'm up. I'm down. I'm kind of freaked out. Maybe we should wait and do this again another time.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do it if you don't like. If you aren't up for me doing it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Right.
I know I'm like physically, emotionally, mentally, it's probably draining. So I don't want to put that on you.
And you've been through a lot today too. So
well,
I don't know how much it would affect you since you've already been through.
Well, I'm also gonna tell her about the painting and tell her that, you know, when I was touching it, obviously my hand didn't go through it, but like I felt like something was like touching my hand or trying to grab my hand, like grasp it, not like pull me in, but like reassuring hold my hand. That and they said that I'll always be here for you. But it sounded
there for you.
But it sounded like my voice. It was very strange. Like I don't know. Like, it didn't really sound like anybody else. But I mean, it obviously could have been.
The lady with the blue hair, did it sound like anybody or? No, okay. Not familiar.
It was a blue-haired lady, but not like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming in all that, like, she didn't recognize anybody around the table, right?
At the
Someone
family.
would probably have to take another dive to find out.
Oh my god!
Damn it! Roll for it, like
spot hidden at disadvantage
in the vision.
Negative die. No.
We are very like-minded, but
We'll do it again.
you don't do the drug, you don't find out.
We'll do it again. Just not right now.
All right.
Okay. Tell her about the painting. I'm gonna try to.
We're on the same page right now of what
Yes.
we're both seeing,
Yes.
kind of thing, and we go to bed on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna poke my head out and see if Declan actually woke up to me, like being startled by her re-waking up. She's like,
I woke up, but I'm in the floor, like I'm like cuddled up with a pillow in the floor and my arms and legs tucked in front of the chair, just sleeping and snoring in front of the chair.
okay, he's okay. A little puppy. I'm gonna go take a blanket and like.
Yeah.
He skipped the couch. That's too comfortable too soft.
I mean, he was here and then he just like, I get it. Our son did that last night. Legit, he was in the chair with me, got up and like laid on the floor.
That's pretty funny.
Whatever. Instead of his bed, it was 2 feet that way. So I get it, and yes, I will go put a blanket on him.
Yay.
An Afghan.
Whatever we have.
All right. Anybody else get up to any shenanigans?
I have a really weird dream.
What do you think it has in it?
Man, we just saw lizard people. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
A lizard dream.
It's an ice cream
Never mind fucking ghouls and Resident Evil eat the
Your
guts
lizard brain.
shenanigans.
Yeah, you have a dream of when you were a kid, you always used to go out for the ice cream truck, and you hear it pulling, and you run out there, and the slides open, and it's just this lizard person kind of reaching down and handing you an ice cream from
Yes,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
the ice cream truck in.
Don't you mean the ice? Don't you mean the ice
1800.
cream horse-drawn carriage?
Right. Oh, right. Love it. All right. Well, I guess we'll do more drugs later, kids.
It's this guy with really soggy
It sounds-
cones. It's
it sounds like you
"Great
had
idea,
more."
but-
Oh yeah, of course I had more. I spent a whole like 5 minutes thinking about it since you said you were gonna do it.
Don't worry. When Declan's awake next time, Declan's gonna do drugs. Don't worry.
It's Declan's turn.
Someone else lose the sand.
There's always more. Until you
There's
die.
2 gallons
He
more.
goes on a
God.
vision quest and meets Nolan and sees Nolan
Vision
die
quest.
and gets trapped in this
Loop.
this hell.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's like Bill and Ted's
Excellent
journey or
Adventure,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, where you like open the doors to like different hells that they have.
I like
That's-
when they're like, so great. For Socrates.
So great. Yes.
Well, that was the history. That was
Yeah,
in,
that
like,
was the history
second
one,
time.
yeah.
I like that one too.
Okay. So you guys wake up. It's a new day. And I need to mark the calendar as such. Blue raspberry hard cider. Everybody's got a blue raspberry hard cider they wake up next to.
It's actually really fucking good.
I felt like I just had to buy that one. Like, it's exactly what you would expect it to be.
We need to go back
It
to
is
tell the guy.
the morning of the 30th. January 30th.
Wow.
We
All
are
right.
All right.
a month in. What's
We've been-
the... Abade?
Never mind.
I was just gonna say, what's the plan? You were not.
Oh,
You were no
Lord.
longer in a bout of madness in your daily sand resets. Declan, you gain 1 point of HP, making you full again and whole again, and everybody's at zero.
I'm awake first
Fool
with Vincent, and we're drinking coffee and just hanging out while they. I'm sure they don't sleep in super late, but especially Iris, a little bit of a hangover, sleeps in some.
Mhm.
All right, let's go get the. It's not the continental breakfast in the 20s, is it? It's
For once, I actually woke
Country
up before you and had the coffee ready when you got up, Declan.
I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. And I point to the floor. I'm like, that floor, man, that's got to be the most comfortable floor I've been on. You know, fun fact, France has some really comfortable floors. There's some, I'm telling you, you wouldn't expect it, but
I wouldn't expect it, but that here in posh Britannia, I'm glad to hear they're keeping up their aspen floors here.
Sure, yep.
It's very comfortable, soft wood, I've heard.
yeah, for sure.
Right.
And the girls get up soon, I would hope. Iris, do you think you got
Now we're 3 cups in by the time they fucking wake up.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll walk in and hear them talking about flooring in different areas.
Nice floors.
Nice floors.
Are you acting weird?
I'm just groggy and quiet.
Okay.
I was gonna say we would do the classic, like, so y'all got up to some stuff last night, and like for a second they're like, what? And I'm just like laughing, like, oh yeah, never mind, he was passed out in that facility. What the fuck?
Women, am I right?
Those feminine vapors.
I think their lack of saying anything is actually pretty like true to what the moment would feel like. It's like I don't even.
Declan does not say that. That was me being
Oh,
stupid.
okay. But
Alright,
still,
no.
Man, I don't know. Should I? Are we? I'm gonna give them like a little bit of a rundown, but not like every.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, if you
even
tell me, I'll
better.
listen. Sure.
You all right?
Yeah,
Well-
I'll let them know that I saw kind of what's relating to what we're looking for is the family eviscerating this body, and let them know that that's what that juice did, and I feel really groggy after it. It wasn't fun, but
Can I
I'm
ask?
not hurt in any way.
And
Could
other
I,
than the-
could I ask her like how the bot, like trying to let me explain what I want, and then I can try to RP it. I want to, because I've seen I mean, everybody has, but I've seen lots of blown apart and eviscerated bodies. I'm trying to figure out if I can ask her in a way that it seems like they were just maybe normal, in air quotes, people that were using like knives, or maybe she couldn't see it, or like it's still fucked up, but they're just people being people. Or can she describe it in such a way that I'm able to say like, hey, that's not what a people can't do that. Like, can I comment on what she describes and say that's not possible for someone to do that to someone else?
Yeah, as they were like ripping in with their hands and face and pulling out entrails.
Yeah. Just trying to. Well, I'm just trying to give her like back up to like it's not just part of the drug like if that's what you saw, like that's not just crazy cannibal people. That's something more. Like that's what I'm trying to read into and like help her.
I got what you're saying.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say that. I'll be like, hey, yeah, that's what you're describing. Like, I mean, I believe you saw it, but that's not possible for like.
You do know how they make sausage, don't you?
No
Don't
one
they?
wants to know that.
Don't they have a farm? I look confused for a second, and I'm like, well, there's a.
Well, not our sausage. Here, haggis,
No one wants to know that.
sheep's intestines.
I'll just
Filled
say,
with
with
meat.
what we've seen, it's not surprising to me of what this vision was and what could be out there, and what's in these papers that the.
Do you think it was these
investigator has.
reptilians? Were they tinged green?
No.
And perhaps your Cthulhu mythos being a 20 now, like you feel like your mind is like cracked open a little bit, and you feel like there's knowledge that you just are unable to describe to them.
Barely
Yeah.
touch it.
Yeah, when you're describing the
Not
rave
lizard
scene,
people.
I feel like you're describing a war zone. Like I'm like, oh, she dreamed about like bombs being dropped because you're talking about loud noises and like people and like
Right.
oh, you're on like a battlefield, and you're like, no, I was in like a building. I'm like,
Yeah.
a battlefield. That's what I'm saying. Like it was like a fight.
You know, it was a
No.
feast.
It was a disgusting feast.
It's just,
Yeah.
well,
And this
Yeah.
exclusive journal that we need to find, apparently.
I'm sorry that
you
Mike
talking
doesn't know what you mean by exclusive journal.
don't either.
I missed
I was
something.
just reading the Carlisle Papers, England #3, where sources exclusive to this journal state that the victim had been beaten severely and then stabbed through the heart in a manner curiously similar to other murders.
Oh, that means that they're talking about the
Scotland
newspaper.
Yard.
Exclusive to this journal would mean like sources that the newspaper has gave them that information.
The Steam Journal has a reward now standing. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on board now. Okay. I was like, wait, what?
Sorry,
What are we
didn't mean to
looking for?
confuse.
No, you're good. I mean, Declan would be confused. It's in character. It's fine. Yeah,
Abigail.
so I was just gonna try and get the troops moving, like before I keep drinking coffee and have a heart attack.
Yeah. Chad said he was gonna like push us towards getting going to Scotland Yard.
Yep,
We're
I'll
not
agree.
down here.
I will help him do
Talk
that.
to Inspector Barrington.
No interest in injecting any drugs before you leave and all this juicy thing.
No.
Okay, all right.
Well, because
Not this
because she
morning.
explained
Yep.
it would take an hour and a half, and I want to go to Scotland Yard. Like that's what tonight's for.
That's what it's for the night things.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Tonight's for.
We may not get to it this
love
session,
it.
but I'm doing it. When we get back, Declan's tripping.
I'm gonna have to make a note
Declan's
to
tripping
myself
tonight.
here.
Got it.
Make it juicy.
Juicy.
I'm
Yikes.
making quick notes here. Hang on.
You're
Yeah.
good.
No, I want to do it for real. Unless something comes up that prevents me, I want to. I think it would be
All right.
valuable.
I had to make a few things just so it's.
What if
And-
we did it at the same time? Would we be in the same?
Oh, we can vision quest
I
together.
wish-
Let's
I was wondering
go.
that too.
Yes, I just thought about
Okay,
it.
me and
Isn't
Iris
it
are
funny
doing it
that she
together.
said that, guys?
Why?
Because you don't know, but you know.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I literally thought about it for the day before, but like I didn't want to because like I didn't know how long it would take for you to come out of it.
Yeah, it was the unknown.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was the unknown for sure.
Well, now we can afford to have 2 people go because like 2 more people can watch.
Well, and that was like, so like, that's where
Our sanity,
getting-
though.
well, yeah, but like not knowing because we don't know how much what's his face was injected with it and how often, and it's like he was not comatose, right? He was like aware and like doing these paintings at least when we met him. So it's like I don't know if we would just get to that point or if it was like a certain amount made you okay to function and do these weird shit, or maybe he just did it under his.
You feel that the mark on the syringe was where they were filling it up to. It didn't have any like residue above that, so that was what he was getting. And since you know it knocks you out even with the lower dose, you would assume he's using the visions that he got after the fact in painting them with like a the artist's touch, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Not being. He wasn't under the influence while he was painting. Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Besides the clear liquid.
Right. Well, that's
different.
yeah.
Well, and maybe he had both.
That's his daytime. That's his daytime, and the green was his nighttime.
Now we know.
Daytime drug, party drug. Daytime drug, party drug. What are we doing?
Never sleep.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Who needs sleep?
All right.
Which dog you want? Which dog?
Is Chad coming back or baby time?
He is. He went to go let Lexi out. I don't know why he didn't just open that door.
So you guys eat breakfast, head out.
Yep.
We're going to try to find Inspector James Barrington, I believe. Am I correct in that assumption?
Sounds right. Whoever the guy is.
Mr. Barrington. You make it to. Should I wait or just keep going? It's 10:40, so.
Yeah, I would say just.
All right, we'll just keep going.
We'll just keep going. I'm making notes.
That's fine. Or we could stop, but I'm fine with just continuing while we have a minute here. So. I don't know about Scotland Yard, where it is or anything, but that's fine with me. You go to that area. And who's the yapper going up to the clerk at the police station? And,
I'm a little groggy, so I don't think I'll be up for it.
I feel like it would be valuable if Vincent or I took the lead from like the man taking the lead with the investigator kind of thing. And like especially because I feel like they would dismiss you being a socialite. I'm sorry, we don't have to RP it that way. It doesn't fucking matter.
No, I totally agree. Like coming from me, it's probably not a good thing.
Forgive me if I wasn't privy to what the plan was, and if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. We can do it in the moment. What was the angle?
I don't fucking remember. We got the information from the reporters. We got some, and we were gonna go to the. I don't remember what we were gonna tie in with this guy. That's what I've been looking through. Looking through like the stuff we have.
He wouldn't talk to the scoop. James Barrington would refuse to talk to the scoop. But all of this.
We were just gonna ask him about the victim.
Egyptian murders.
I thought we had something directly connected because like we didn't get a ton of information from the reporter, but I thought we found something.
It was it Mickey that said that to talk to James, that Elias had talked to James Barrington?
That's okay. Maybe that was it. So I knew someone pointed us at him at the journalist place.
Yeah, Chad just said it was another angle on Elias's murder.
There you go.
I thought it was another one of Jackson's contacts. Was it not?
Yeah.
Mickey Mahoney.
Okay.
So I was saying that you or me should take the lead. So why don't you do it, and I'll just back you up because I feel like it would work better coming from two men and not socialites to deal with like the inspectors. So, we're all there together, but you take the lead, and I'll just jump in.
I'm gonna let you talk for a second. I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Okay. Yes. Yes. We need to find them and talk to them about Mr. Elias. I don't know. I want to say that we got the contact info from either Jackson's notes or from Mr. Lawyer Man, but I don't remember for certain. So,
Well, there was the tie-in from the going to the newspaper. We got information. People pointed us at him as well.
Mickey
the
Mahoney.
newspaper.
Yeah, the Mickey. Yeah.
Didn't the newspaper just have there was like disappearances or something? Like that's what Jackson.
The newspaper did, but in the bullpen, someone was like, "You should go talk to this," and it was another person saying, "Go talk to this investigator at Scotland Yard." The newspaper just has the quote, like Mache and Zach said, of James Barrington refused to comment.
Mm-hmm.
But someone in the bullpen was like, "Go talk to Inspector Barrington." In addition to the information we had.
The American writer that Zach was. I think he pointed it out.
Yes, I remember that.
So while you were peeing in my RP, we were like, we're sitting there waiting at the front desk while the investigator's like ignoring us. He's just like shifting through some papers while the four of us just standing there like looking up. Vincent's like,
perfect. You see the guy. He's thin with a clipped mustache, just right here, a little trim. Shabby suit, weary eyes. He should be in your NPC's flyouts for Inspector James Barrington. You see him sitting at his desk, and you're trying to get his attention. And you can see him kind of like flipping through stuff. Do you say anything?
Where's that? Is the notes where the web is?
Yes. The notes you go under notes and then go to corkboard.
Yeah.
And if you want the paper, it's on the bottom.
Yeah, I was gonna go try to look at all the connections to Jackson, but bit late now. But I'm not pulling that out of my ass, right? He was one of Jackson's contacts while he was here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Excuse me. Does he have like a name tag?
Barrington.
Do I know that this is Inspector Barrington because he has like a desk name tag, or is this like?
I don't know when those are invented, but I like the thought of having one on the desk. So
okay, if it's just the guy answering the door, All right. Pardon me, Mr. Inspector Barrington, sir.
Yes. What is it?
Hello, my name is Vincent. I'm a good close friend of Mr. Jackson Elias. I believe he had visited you while he was visiting your fair lands here.
Sorry, you caught me at a. Hang on. Nice to meet you. And he holds out his hand.
Pleasure. Yes.
And your friends here.
Yes.
Declan, nice to meet you. I reach out my hand, shake it, death grip him.
He's got a very firm grip.
And I do the little nod at him.
Yeah. And you see his mustache.
That web to web, like. Yeah. This young lady is one of your own, I believe, Miss Abigail Barclay, and our friend Iris.
Like the Banks.
Yeah, indeed, I believe so.
Oh my! In this fire truck here.
Hey.
No, it's fire truck. Our colleague, Miss Iris Zeroni. She's
it's
quite
Miss Zeroni to you, sir.
Studious in this one.
I'm sorry. I haven't had my coffee this morning yet. He kind of turns around and picks up a steaming cup of coffee that like someone had just like placed on his desk, and he starts to sip it. And he's like, "I'll behave myself." Oh, what? Who had mentioned Elias?
Yes, Mr. Jackson Elias. Don't know the word has hopped across the pond as quickly as we did, but he was unfortunately quite literally cut down in his prime, and we're trying to follow up on some things he was looking into.
I see, and you see him pull out a notepad and a pen.
Dossier.
And he looks at you, and he's like, what was your involvement with Jackson Elias?
Uh-oh.
Well, colleagues, good friends, compatriots. We went on an expedition. In the South Americas, down there in Spaniard lands.
Declan's getting really nervous as you keep giving information because he's like the version of like never trust the popo, get the lawyer. He's just like sitting there like visibly like looking like, uh-oh. I don't say anything. Keep going.
I mean, I'm hitting very high notes. There's no.
Yeah, no, I know.
Just throwing out enough detail to hopefully not seem too suspicious.
To not become a suspect.
Yes, Mr. Elias had actually recently invited us all to come visit him when we discovered what had happened.
Visit him here in England.
Well, we were visiting him in New York, but he had left us his notes about visiting you here in the Queen's Land.
No, he did. What did he say that he spoke to me about?
Okay.
Turn it around on him.
He was working on his investigations. That he's always doing his own investigations. That Jackson, he's quite an inquisitive man. Just looking into. His interest is always some sort of cults and ne'er-do-wells.
This is true. This is true, and
probably would have aligned on those fronts.
You must forgive me. Did you insinuate he wasn't with us anymore?
Do what he said.
Did you insinuate he wasn't with us anymore?
Yes, he was unfortunately murdered just before we were able to meet with him. After he called us back to New York.
He kind of stops writing and just, like.
I mean, I literally said he was cut down. Like, this is not.
Yeah. I suppose you're good friends with him. No.
We are, yes. He had left us his workings, and we're just trying to follow up.
I'd say we're like an appropriately amount of good friend. Not too close, not too far. Right. Just a good.
It's
friend.
Not very often you get one person that's a good friend with somebody, much less four.
You need to get better friends.
Barge into a investigator's office and mention that the one they loved died the day before they saw them, and then come. Do you mind kicking the door over there? And pointing at you, Iris.
I'll give him an eyebrow and turn around and get the door.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead and roll me a fast talk or persuade.
Definitely going persuade, because this is all on the up and up.
And I will say this is the first time I've noticed it, just so you're aware that fast talk does have a negative connotation repercussion. So just so you know for the future that it can.
Yeah, that's why I almost never do fast talk.
Yeah, even if you pass.
I have the skill based on my history, but it's not ideal with anyone I'm ever going to see again.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much in the vein. It's the line I had to walk with the bard because he had all the charm spells that all like wore off, and fast talk is quite equivalent. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna throw. I have 70 in these things, and I keep missing them by a bit.
Hey.
We're gonna throw 3 of my fresh luck on there.
All right.
There you go.
Turn that
Nice.
into a success. Yes, Mr. Brento, it's, well, look. It's the best time to strike is when the iron's hot, and, well, we're trying to figure out what happened. Who might have been interested in doing this to our friend?
I don't know if I have the answer to that question, but let me start with what Elias was interested here, and perhaps you can put together any clues on your side, and maybe you can fill me in on any clues that may help me out. What do you say about that?
I think that's a mutually beneficial agreement.
All right. Anything I'm about to tell you is not going to leave this office, though. Is that clear?
Of course.
I cross my fingers and nod yes.
Only in
Like this?
No, I'm just being like in my pocket,
Oh,
like I'm
okay.
crossing my fingers.
Okay. I don't know why my mind
why
went
did
there.
you
I have
think-
no idea.
I
Okay,
I formed the sign of the witch going away and crossed myself in front of him, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Yeah, and then I dab.
I believe your friend is under the influence of something.
and then I whip and nay my way out of the office.
Anybody need coffees? Oh,
All right.
tea. We're in
But
London.
of
Coffee would
course,
be.
yes.
I say coffee would be great. I mean, tea is good, I guess.
Between you and me, coffee's better. You want the coffee.
I agree.
He
I know I like you, Inspector.
he nods at Iris. Can you open the door again? Just crack it a bit.
Enough with this. Do you want it open or closed?
I want it. I mean, if you don't want coffee, then don't open the door.
I don't
He
want
did
coffee.
mention tea, Iris. If you'd like some
I'll roll
Earl
my eyes.
Grey.
I'll roll my eyes and crack open the door. And I go away from the door by a window.
Can we get some coffee in here? And then a few moments later, you see someone bring a few cups in there. Tea and coffee for everybody. So, I've been investigating these, what they're named, Egyptian murders for nearly a year now. My predecessor on the case, Inspector Gregory Mundane, disappeared mysteriously and has never been found.
Mundane from London in Scotland Yard.
Indeed. That
Mhm,
is how that works out, yes. I took over his responsibilities, and if it's my opinion, I assume that he got too close to the culprit or whatever, whomever was assassinating these people, and got assassinated himself. It is one of my goals to apprehend the murderer or murderers, and find my partner, or I guess old boss.
How long ago was that?
A year ago.
A year.
Well, a year ago I've been researching it. Would you mean how long has he been gone?
Yes.
Maybe maybe a month or so.
Terrible.
Wait, what?
He's been on the case for a year, but his boss or partner has been gone only a month or so.
Oh, which would have been after Elias had left, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, just wanted to make sure I had that right in my brain.
The reason I bring this up is because I talked to Elias. Elias had talked to me on this matter, and he had the opinion that these murders were ritual killings conducted by an organization known as, he called it the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh.
Had we heard that name?
Black Tongue, but not
Bloody
Black.
Tongue.
We've heard Bloody Tongue.
Bloody. Oh yeah. Okay.
I couldn't remember if we heard
Pharaoh.
Black Pharaoh.
I don't
yet.
think you've heard it yet.
Okay.
Elias described this as an Egyptian death cult, as he's wont to write about, so it only makes sense that he would jump on something like that, according to
Yes, he
himself.
does have quite the experience.
The Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh was in one of the books that we got.
I was wondering.
I thought it was.
Life
I know
as a
I'd heard
God.
it.
There you go.
which is the one that one of you two, I think, read.
Yeah.
The human skin? Maybe it was Abigail that read the human skin one.
I honestly can't remember.
Or
I
maybe
don't
I
think
read
it was
that
one of the
one.
ones I read,
No.
but it doesn't really matter at the moment.
Right.
I followed a tip presented by Mr. Elias
Mhm.
to get in touch with the Pinhue Foundation, if you've ever heard of it.
Yes,
It's an
you mentioned-
organization, connections to
Group.
Egypt and stuff.
Yes.
See if they could corroborate some information from Elias.
Huh.
I was able to meet with Edward Gavigan at this foundation, who confirmed himself that there is no society, brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh under their roof or anything like that. But he did say that that was something that had once existed, but had no modern-day equivalent. According to Mr. Gavigan, they died out hundreds of years ago. And Gavigan did, however, think that the method of murder imitated by... it did imitate the same ancient cult. So what we're seeing, according to Gavigan, did seem to be related in some way.
I was trying to check. Gavigan is not a name that we knew yet, right?
It was on the
I think it's
card we found that
Yep.
said Pinhue Foundation, and it had his name as the director on it.
from Elias's place. Yep.
Okay.
I discovered that Elias had previously been in contact with Gavigan, but I don't think Gavigan didn't seem to take to him very well. He said Elias was a sensation-seeking profiteer, something about unlikely to be a reputable source of information. So that pretty much ended
Yeah.
our conversation
That's
there.
That's... can understand his reluctance, but, well, Jackson's never one to let these damn cults lie.
No, and especially with 19 murders being carried out over the last 3 years with all the similar modus operandi, it's gotta stink like a fish, for sure.
It is a bit much.
I'll ask him if do you believe Edward Gavigan?
Do I believe that, what specifically, ma'am?
That they have stopped the cult hundreds of years ago?
Oh, I don't think Mr. Gavigan had anything to do with stopping a cult or anything like that. I think what he meant was it had fizzled out or something over time.
Do you believe that?
I'm not sure. I'm an investigator. I try to go with the facts. And Mr. Edward Gavigan is a very rich man and influential. It would be odd if he would go out of his way to cause trouble for himself.
But he could pay someone else to do it.
Perhaps. Very true.
Well, and I wouldn't be the first time some secretive group was able to lay low for a while.
Of course, I just haven't...
Or, imitators.
Imitators, yes. But perhaps
Copycats thinking it's the bee's knees.
I don't jump to conclusions, but I just don't...
Maybe you need a
have
mat for that.
a mat.
You could call it a jump to conclusion mat.
I frantically look. That's my idea. Shut up.
Oh, sorry, Declan. It's just such a great idea. It must be
I'm
shared
already
with
on the
world.
phone with a textile mill. Yes. Jump to conclusions, Matt.
Well, I kill the inspector. Roll initiative.
All right. Where...
I think I need to stop.
I think let's stop here in the middle of the conversation and we'll pick up conversing with Mr. Barrington. I agree. It's like I got more and I can't wrap it up fast, so let's stop
Sweet.
here.
Make a note so I don't forget at least, please.
What do you?
Just that we're stopping mid conversation. I don't know, unless they'll remember because I
I'll-
feel like I always
I'll
forget
type
what
it.
we're doing.
I'll see if Amy and I can jot a note or 3 down on her note page of it.
And I wrote
Perhaps.
a note. It says "Pick up here!" Exclamation! Exclamation! Exclamation!
Yeah, you got that.
Nice.
Perfect.
I like it.
And don't forget to do drugs. That is the
Yeah.
Drugs.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't forget to do drugs. Anti-dare.
That's
So-
on my mind. Do not worry.
And thanks, as always, to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at sirenscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your gaming table.